Would help if there was a microphone, wouldn't I? Wouldn't it? Hello, darlings. Sorry I'm late. I'll be with you shortly. Oh, dear. Oh, come on. Thank you. Oh. Oh, God. Good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome to Tuesday Night Live, where I'm Boaty and I'm here in the Big District, and I'm going to be coming all over you or something for the next 12 minutes or something. Sorry, I'm late. Oh, it's been a bit of a rush. Right, let's get straight on it. Jimmy Quinn is with us. Good evening, Boaty and everyone. Good evening, Jimmy Cheeseburger. He obviously took his pottering lube to work. Good evening, peeps and Jason, says Barry. Has anyone seen Joe's new video? Cheeseburger said, Skick, yes. The guy that sold him the Rover should have serviced it. Those Bosch plugs will outlast the car. Joe says, good evening all. Hope we are all okay. Skick apparently gave his usual skilled observations. Don't drive safe back to Windy Bottom. Don't rush home as you were a little late. Too late for that. I went like bat out of hell, didn't I? And I was in Stigbert, wasn't I? Oh, God. Talk about history wanting to repeat itself. Oh, dear. Yeah. I did push it a bit on the way home. I wish I'd put the timer on it. Could have broken a record. But Books is here. Barry says, has anyone seen Mustard's new Tourer? It's not just Mustard's new bloody Tourer, is it? Mine as well. Bloody hell. I own part of that wretched heap of maladjusted metal. Oh dear. It looks a bit manky, but with some work, it could be nice. Well, just seen the latest company car from Mustard. Kind of like it, rough and not ready. And that's Jimmy's channel. And again, oh dear. Are you on about Fred the Shed? Ross is here, Dinosaur Dad. How are we all? Skick says yes. If he spends 3K on the Tourer, it could be worth 995 all day long. Right, yeah. Doesn't need 3K spending on it. Nothing near that. That 75 is beyond economic salvage, says Cheeseburger. No, it's not. No, it's not at all. What nonsense. I mean, what does it need, really? I mean, if we assume that it's mechanically reasonably okay, and it certainly sounded it, then what does it need? I mean, okay, the body's a bit shabby. Doesn't matter for a company car, does it? It needs a clean. That's free. What else it need? set of headrests in the back, 20 quid off eBay, and roof lining. Just nick one out of another car, get one out of a breaker or something. It doesn't need much spending on it at all. And Bad Books agrees with me, says Mustard will soon have Fred the Shed MOT'd and tidied up. Cheeseburgers on one. Oh dear. This 75 will be grand. It looks like Boaty went to bed fully dressed again. The interior isn't Cheeseburger is absolutely determined to write off our beautiful new company car. Did you see how excited Mustard is about it? He's going to be all over that thing. It's going to be his mission to turn it into a reasonable and doable thing. Glad you made it back home safe, says Joe. Thank you, Joe. Good evening, sir, says Dan Peters. Good evening to you, sir. If it gets an MOT, it'll be Mustard's family wagon, I reckon, says Ross. Well, it won't, because it's a company car. It's not Mustard's personal car. So, I mean, I suppose it could do dual service as a company car and as Mustard's family wagon. Or it might, at some point it will no doubt get sold. Just needs a little bit of tidying up first. Cheeseburger, says Joe, if you took the carpet out and jet washed it, you might be surprised how much difference it could make. Satisfying wine bottle pop, indeed, Joe. Well, lights are neither here or there. I think I've got some lights in there, actually. Some interior lights for a 75. I'm sure I have. And if not, they're easy enough to find. Cheeseburger says no headlining. True. Seats are broken. I didn't see any broken seats. The little bit of trim I saw was loose, but the seats aren't broken. I didn't see anything saying that the seats didn't work. The digital display is gone. Well, if you mean the IPK, then they all go. That can be done if you want it done, but it's not necessary. It looks like a biohazard. Oh, we'll have cleaned it then. They have some nice stock. They shouldn't have given money for that, though. Why not? Why not? Save it from the scrap man. That's what it's all about, isn't it? It was too good to scrap. Neil is here, aka the Givinator. Hello, all in Jason. I wouldn't own up to owning a share of the 75 Tourer. He will be mint once the Chernobyl cleanup crew have worked their magic. That's what it needs, isn't it? Need a clean? You mean a whole week deep cleaning the biohazard? Cheeseburger says, has anybody thought why the previous owner was selling it for scrap weeks before the MOT expires? Well, for all of the reasons that you've mentioned, Cheeseburger. But if you check out the MOT history of the car, it is absolutely bang on. There's not been a single mention of corrosion anywhere. The BMW M47 lump is bomb-proof. The gearbox is a good one. It'll be fine. And if it's not fine, well, we only gave scrap money for it, so we could weigh it in, we could part it out, but let's try and save it. Let's have a bit of positivity. A very good evening, Boaty and everyone, says Andrew. The new company car should not look half bad after Mustard has had his way with Fred the Shed. Pottering lube and harness at the ready. Oh dear. Right, and I've caught up with the comments, so I can relax a bit now. That's good. Yeah, well, let's talk about the company car then, shall we? Well, you're already talking about the company car. I mean, I agree, it looks a bit horrendous. But Mustard has some skills. I'm sure that we can. Paul Smortion. Oh, thank you for your message. Thank you for your message, by the way. I've been a bit head over feet busy today, so I haven't had a chance to reply, but thank you very much. And I may well be in touch, sir. Where are you based, by the way? You didn't mention where you're based. Are you anywhere near local to me or local to the restaurants by any chance? Because if you are, then we need to talk. It's a perfect car for Mustard's painting practice with the new kit. Well, indeed. And we need to become adept at doing headlining. We've been talking behind the scenes, and we've decided that the one skill that we need to acquire is doing a headlining, and Mustard's perfectly willing to go down that route. It's a great way of improving a car. It takes time and effort, doesn't really take much money in terms of materials. So, localish, good. So it's gonna be really good for content. I mean, look at how much you lot are talking about it now. That's brilliant. Unfortunately, it's going to be brilliant for Mustard's content and not for mine. He's going to be with the sodding thing every day. I will only have the pleasure of its company once a week. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it in real life tomorrow. At least I think I'm going to see it in real life tomorrow. Bear with me. A message from Mustard pinged up when I was driving home, and I saw it, or I saw the fact that there was a message because I was what's the thing? Oh, right. Hang on. I need to reply to that. Sorry, bear with me. Oh, nothing like being unprofessional, is there? Okay, that's that replied to. Jolly good. Right. Yeah, sorry. Obviously, the plan is to get to the yard tomorrow in Mingebag, and it's MOT time for Mingy, and then that's it. They've all been done. Well, until January anyway, and then in January, I think Sheason is due, shouldn't be a problem, and so Richard and Lady Morris is due, and that definitely shouldn't be a problem. If Sir Richard and Lady Morris fails his MOT, then the internet will break. Where did I get to? That's true, Cheesy, says Neil. Mine's had all the suspension changed since I owned it. Everything that could have been upgraded has been. Oh, we're still talking about the 75. That's my point, says Cheeseburger. Bangonomics is great if you have the skills and tools. What size engine is it, says Skick? It's the BMW M47. So it's a 1.9 or 2 litre, 1954, I think, cc BMW turbo diesel engine. Very good engine it is too. The same engine I had in my saloon, and M47. I said M47. That's what I said. I said M47, didn't I? What did I say? I'm sure I said M47. I know what it is. Yeah, it's the same lump I had in my saloon and my Tourer, and it's of course it is the same lump that I've got in my Freelander, Miss Boo. I've done a few headliners in my time, says Ross. Use the stringy adhesive is a must. Do not watch Hubnut for his advice. Well, that's always good advice, isn't it? How has your day been, Jason asked Joe. I assume a busy one with you getting back late. No, not really, Joe, oddly enough. You'd think, but no, not really. Hold on. Oh, now you're getting way too technical, Neil. Way too technical. Hold on. Okay. Right. It's an M47R, which is the Rover version of the BMW diesel. It has a smaller turbo than Boo and the 3 Series and no swirl flaps. Oh, so Boo's got a bigger turbo. Oh, that's exciting, isn't it? Oh, now you say that. Now you say that. Oh, that rings a bell. I kind of knew that, and I can't remember why I knew it. Must be from somebody else's video. It won't be from one of mine. That's not the kind of info I'd have nothing about. It's a jolly good engine there. So you could put the bigger turbo. Could you stick the bigger? Oh no, don't mention that. Don't mention bigger turbos to mustard. So yeah, not really a busy day at all, Joe. I'm in yesterday's clothes because, quite frankly, I forgot to wash any of my others because Monday was a super busy day. So you know, I didn't, So yeah, just had to had to go down market a bit. Oh bloody hell! 190 brake. That'd be fun. Yeah. My saloon did have that had been tuned. Not very well though. Did shift mind. Yeah, not really a busy day. Tonight the restaurant was crap. Mentioned it in the daily diary. 5 customers, restaurant customers, 1 table of 4, 1 table of 1 collection, and only a tiny collection takeaway, and 2 deliveries. Absolutely rubbish. But Big Boss Bishnu came round at 9:30, needed to dig out a shed load of paperwork dating back from 2017 for the accountant. And then just when all of that was done and I was trying to escape out the door, he wanted to have a meeting about the flat upstairs. So, yeah. Hang on, where did I get to? Right. Neil says, the only thing mine needs replacing at the moment is a turbo actuator, as it's a bit slow on boost sometimes. But with Bruce taking up my rest days, Ruby has taken a back burner. Oh, well, there you are, having favourites. You can't have favourites amongst your children, Neil. My diesel M47 Rover 75 went back with 80k on it, but it was pre-project drive, and that's from Cheeseburger. Stephen S. Paul is with us. Hello, Reverend Flatulence. Well, hello to you too. I had a good think last night, says Joe. Oh, well, this sounds intriguing. Let's relish Joe's thought, shall we? Oh, I'll tell you what I do need to do. If I'm going to the yard tomorrow morning, I need to do the daily diary before I go to bed. And don't do that. And if I'm going to do the daily diary before I go to bed, then I need to get all of the footage up to iCloud now. And if I want to get all of the footage up to iCloud now, I need to get my phones on charge so that they start uploading. Oh, God, there we go. I hate being flustered. Oh, dear. Right, where did I get to? Oh, what can you do? What can you do? Sometimes it just pops out when you don't want it to. Oh, thinking about lunch at the yard tomorrow. It's Mustard's turn to pay. So it's going to be his choice, but I'm going to try and persuade him to go to, because I'm going to be short on time, rather than schlep to the Milkston Road, which, by the time you get there and get back and wait in the shop, it's a good 50 minutes. I'm going to see if we can go to the Chippy instead. I've got a yearning for battered sausage, a medium chips, and a large curry sauce, and a can of Diet Coke. I really fancy that tomorrow. I might even offer to pay myself so that it's my choice. Don't tell him I said that, though. Anyway, let's get back to Joe and his good thinking. I'm looking forward to this. What's your good thought, Joe? Let us know. Share it with us. Here we are. I had a good think last night, Jason. If you get Brian fixed, you could sell him for around 1,500 quid. God, I'd be lucky. And buy yourself outright a MacBook Pro. Just an idea. Oh. Yeah, Brian. You see, the thing is, I've got a relationship going with Brian. Now, you might think I'm daft. Mustard will back me up on this. He'll tell you this is true. When I bought Brian from Mustard, I felt dreadfully sorry for Brian because Brian had been abandoned by his owner. He was going to be scrapped. Mustard rescued him. Mustard fixed him. It was only something very simple. It was just an earth scrap is all it was. And then Mustard used him for about 2 weeks and then cast him aside. Didn't want to use him anymore. Didn't like him. I can't remember what else came up for him to use instead, but he was going to use Brian for the month. He only used him for 2 weeks and then he cast him aside. And then he stayed in the yard for about 4 or 5 months. Nobody wanted to buy him. Nobody loved him. And I just kept looking at him and thinking, this is a real shame. What a shame. What a shame. And I ended up buying him. Now, we had to do a weird deal in order for me to buy him because I couldn't afford to buy him at the time. So I paid a certain amount of quids. And then we had to do a deal on Gladys, which was the Mustard and Boaty Do Cars car, the first car. It was the only car of the first iteration of Mustard and Boaty Do Cars. Spectacularly unsuccessful, of course, but we're making up for it now. We're just slow burners, me and Mustard. Which meant that I owned Brian outright and Mustard owned Gladys outright. And then, of course, I had Brian and I dailed him. Now, Brian, bless him, Brian got me through last winter. You look back at the videos, or you might, if you've not seen the videos, look back. If you did see the videos last winter, then remember them. And remember what Brian got me through. Brian got me through snow, closed roads that nobody else got through, horrendous snow drifts, ice. Brian got me through all of it. I mean, I pretty much broke him doing it. But Brian got me through all of that last winter. So I'm emotionally very committed to Brian. And somebody wanted to buy him because they needed bits off him. And of course, he's broken. He was even more broken then. And Mustard said, yeah, he'll definitely, said to the guy who wanted to buy him, yeah, he'll definitely sell it because, it's knackered. It's just a liability. And I said, no. No, I'm sorry, you can't have it because I'm not having Brian being broken for parts for a project. It's not happening. I owe that car. I owe that car a good lot. I know it sounds stupid, but that's why I bought him, because he was all sad and abandoned and in the yard. And by God, didn't he pay me back for it? Didn't he pay me back? Last winter, he put his heart and soul into getting to work and back and getting around. What an amazing, plucky little bugger. And, and he even did it, even when me, bad person that I am, not realizing his battery was K-cuffed. So even when he's working with a knackered battery, do you remember? And he was cutting out and things were all that, but he still never completely let me down. Every day he got me to work and back right through that terrible winter. So I owe him. I owe him a decent, comfortable life. So I don't want to sell him, Joe, to be honest. Although it makes perfect sense. Yeah, I could buy a MacBook Pro outright. But, and of course, Brian has been sitting unloved and uncared for, largely, for another 5 or 6 months now. And I owe that car. I owe it. So if and when he gets fixed, and Neil has been absolutely constant, bless his big, lovely, wonderful, huge heart. Neil's been absolutely constant that he will come up in December, beginning in December, I think, and get Brian finished off. I will put a new exhaust on him and he can have an MOT then. And then Brian is going to get a lot of love. He's going to have the ZR spoiler, ZR RST. Yeah, that's right. He's going to have the silver ZR spoiler that's knocking about. He's going to have that on him to posh him up a bit. I'm going to buy 16-inch hairpin alloys for him. And he's just going to be a really loved little car. So it's a brilliant thought, Joe, but because I'm stupid and put too much emotion into cars, I can't do it. I owe that car. That car saved me last winter. Seriously, go back and look at the videos. I mean, there was one particular video where the snow was taller than me on those lanes. And I had a hell of a job getting to work because I tried 2 lanes and each of them were blocked with cars that were just abandoned in the snow. And I had to reverse about 2.5 miles with 7 foot of snow either side and snow and ice all on there. And he still got me to work, bless him. He still got me to work. I mean, what a cracking little fellow. I can't turn my back on him. I've got to give him a bloody good retirement. And this will make me sound really stupid. You'll think I'm balmy. And I did the same with Sheeson. Sometimes when I've gone up to the yard on a Monday or whatever day it is, and I've just seen him there with his tires flat, covered in mold, I've actually cried and I've stroked him and I've apologized and I've told him that you'll be okay. Don't worry, you've not been forgotten. It's just, and I've explained to him, I've told him why he's in that state, partly to excuse myself so that he doesn't hate me, but partly to reassure him that he's not going to end up being killed, being broken up and killed, because he must be worried about that, bless him. So I've done everything I can to reassure him. And at one point, I actually told Mustard this, or he saw me crying or talking to him. And he felt so guilty, poor old Mustard, bless him, that he actually washed him, got rid of all the mold and pumped his tires up so he didn't look or feel so bad. But the tires have gone down again and he's filthy dirty again. So he's going to need a lot of attention, but he will get it. Once Neil does the work that nobody else seems able to do, because the garage wouldn't do it, Mustard can't do it, nobody seems to know anybody who can do it. Only Neil is some amazing wizard type man who can do this, or he says he can do it anyway. And God knows he did the last bit, and apparently that was a difficult bit. This bit is relatively easy by comparison. So once that's done, once I know when Neil is coming, then I will order an exhaust in good time and get the exhaust. And That means that he can then have his MOT, because those are the two things that he failed his MOT on. And that means he can be moved from the yard. Although before I move him from the yard, I'll fit the spoiler, the ZR spoiler. And then he can come home and he can be loved and he can be cosseted and he can be cared for. And as and when they come up and when funds allow, I am going to buy some 16-inch hairpin alloys for him, some nice new tyres, possibly a new gramophone, or I think I got Mustard to rip the... Oh, bloody hell. Oh, okay. Sorry, that was Neil pinging me with dates. Oh, is it really your birthday? Oh, my God. Oh, right. Neil is coming to the yard on the 6th of December to sort Bry. Hang on. Right, so we're... Oh, hold on. Oh, bloody hell, bless you. Oh, that's really sweet. We might struggle to get the exhaust done beforehand because he can't be moved, can he? So Mustard would struggle to get him in position. I could get one ordered, or I'll try and find a local exhaust place to get one in so that as soon as you've done him, get one ordered. Okay. I've just been told. So we're doing, let's see, Monday is the 4th. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll get one ordered. I will definitely get one ordered. So Monday's the 4th, and we're meeting on the Horseshoe Pass. We're going to Rill. We're having the night at the seaside. Any of you are welcome to come as well. So that's the 4th. Then we'll be going home on the 5th. Oh gosh, and then at the yard on the 6th. That'll be on the Wednesday, which is your birthday. Bless you. Oh God, well. Oh, you're such a... Oh, I'm getting all emotional now. Silly old tart that I am. But anyway, that's enough about Brian. Let's get back to some comments. It has a tow bar, says Skick. Yeah, it does. Oh, hello, Simone's here. Good evening, Simone. Yes, it was a wine burp. I do apologise. Battered sausage, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're American, aren't you? A sausage in batter. They're just the best things ever, especially with curry sauce. I think Brian is worth 1,500 quid. He's a lovely GSI model. He is a lovely GSI model. Cheeseburger. Oh, bless you, Neil. A car is more than a machine, says Barry. It's a person too. It is for me. I know, Joe. I know. But I'll find a way around that. I will find a way around that. I mean, I just need to learn a little bit more about them. And if I can't get one new on the Never Never, then for the meantime, until my credit gets sorted out, I just need to find a second-hand one that's good enough. It doesn't have to do that much. I mean, it would be lovely to have a new one that I can do video editing on, and so on and so on and so on. But if it just worked well enough so that I could do a little bit of website building on it and do the merch, then that's more than I can do on that arthritic old shed of a laptop I've got upstairs. So there are other options. Cheeseburger, who is on form tonight, says, Neil, don't go to the yard. They're going to imprison you in Roger Boaty until Fred is fixed. You'll get a shorter sentence for manslaughter. Sod that, Brian. Brian is first on the list. Great content. Boaty fitting a new exhaust to Brian. I fitted a new exhaust to the Honourable HJ. Well, I did on video. Anyway, after some very careful editing. I did try to fit it. I got my hands dirty. I crawled underneath the car. I banged at things with a sledgehammer. Just didn't quite work. Have you ordered the exhaust for him? We can get him through his MOT before I go if you can get hold of one. I will, or I will look tomorrow night. Got him at the yard tomorrow. But I'll order one in the next couple of days, Neil, if I can. As long as they're available, I will get one ordered so it's there in good time. Oh, bless him. Neil says, cheeseburger, I know, but he needs a hand, so I don't mind helping out when I can. I think Paul's going to review Bruce while I'm doing the subframe. Ah, okay. I was going to say, I want to review Bruce, but I'll have done it already, won't I? I can do it when we're in Rill. I can do a seaside review and we can do a back-to-back and drive-bys and film the Horseshoe Pass and all of that sort of thing. That'll be cool. I hope Paul is keeping Brian's battery on charge. Is he balls, Joe? No. That battery was brand new and it's going to be completely fucked, quite honestly. It's the new one that I bought for Brian just before he ended up getting laid up in the yard, and it's been dead flat so many times that cells are going to have gone on it. So it is going to need a new one. We would never think you're balmy, Jason. Oh, God, everybody else does. Wine top-up time. Oh, good shout. Your candle's on the one, Boaty. Cheeseburger. Have a Savoy. David's Chippy doesn't actually do Savoys, but they do a mean battered sausage. Oh, fucking hell, Neil. God almighty. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. I'm not even reading those out. Tomorrow, says Simone, is my very good friend's birthday. I fancied a pants off her, I do. Well, if you slapped it on her, give it a try. I still haven't tried a Savoy, says Joe. I must try one. Right, Barry says, Simone, do you swing for both teams? I don't think she does, Barry. I think she only swings for one team. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Simone, but that's the way that I understood it. Neil says, go around, Simone, see if you can offer something in the way of a birthday present. Oh, and Simone answers, Barry, no. You fucking hell, cheeseburger. Oh, God almighty. I'm not going to read them out. There's a suggestion that as it's Neil's birthday, he might get... I'm not even going to say it. Oh, God almighty. Gums on the plums. There's a blast from the past. I remember that. Get your gums round me plums. Oh, dear. Oh, title nomination. Gums on your plums. Nice one, Neil. Cheeseburger says, Simone, ask Boaty for a present for her. You know, oh, God, pottering lube. Yes. DGMR have genuine back boxes for 114 quid. Is it the back box that I need? It's been so long. I can't even remember what it bloody failed on. Oh dear, making quick work of that, aren't I? God, and I've not sorted supper or got anything ready for the morning. Oh, dearie me. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, actually. Um, I just need to get a ping from Mustard to make sure that the MOT is okay, that they can get her in, and it'll be because I've not been to the yard. I didn't go. I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't go to the yard yesterday because I did something else that was quite enjoyable, quite honestly. But oh, God, very nice, very nice. But yeah, so it'll be nice to have a thrashing minge bag. I did check minge bag over today, pre MOT, by the way. One of the tires very gradually bleeds out a bit of air. I've pumped that up. Um, swiped, checked all of the lights, checked all of the levels, had a swipe around the interior. So she's all right, and she's got fuel to get there. So Minge is all ready to go tomorrow, and fingers crossed we can get an MOT on her. And if she's MOT, then I've promised her some love. I promised her some alloy heater knobs because her knobs are all broken. What else did I promise her? Oh, I promised her I'll actually fit this posh aerial that's still sitting here. Hasn't been fitted yet because the old one wouldn't come off too easily. I did douse it in WD-40 to try and free it up a bit, so I'll have to have another go at that. So I promised her that. What else did I promise her? Oh, the engine flaps that are missing. I promised her that, and I think that's about it. Oh, and finally, programming in her spare fob and putting a new battery in it. So fingers crossed that can happen. Does anyone remember what date YouTube pays out its coffers? Asked Simone. 23rd. 23rd. Sometimes they're a day or two late, but in theory, it's the 23rd, Simone. So coming up, actually, where are we now? It's Thursday. Thursday. Have you got a payout due, my lovely? We haven't talked about that for a while, Simone. Where are you on your AdSense revenue now? So I think the last time it was mentioned, you weren't getting paid every month. I think you were, but that was a while ago, wasn't it? Might be a year ago. I think you were only because to explain for those who don't know, you need to earn £60 in order to be paid out. And if you've earned less than 60 quid revenue on your channel, then you don't get paid that month. It rolls over to the next month. And I'm sure that the last time Simone mentioned it, which is a long time ago, she was only getting paid out every other month. But hopefully your channel has come on leaps and bounds since then, and you're being paid on a monthly basis now. And on Thursday, you'll have a bundle going into your bank account. I'm Fred the Shed Diddle 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 Oh God, I can't sing the rest of that. Evening all, says Ben. If memory serves me right, it's midsection and back box, says Neil. Get one off eBay, says Joe. Got mine for 40 quidish. And then with the middle section, came to shy of 70 quid. Came with a 5-year guarantee too. Have you run out of pottering lube? No. Did you get a rusty trombone? No, but I'm not talking about that. Video title: A Small Faces Song. Cindy, incidentally. Fucking hell. You've got good memories, you lot. I didn't even say the whole name and it only slipped out. I didn't mean to. I didn't even say the whole name and you bloody jumped onto it. Video title: Brian Needs a Damn Good Scene To. Oh, that would work. The woman you went with yesterday, Boaty, asked Jimmy Quinn. Did she have a Labrador? Just wondering. No, she's got a cat. She's got a lovely little cat. Oh, God, now you're going to do all the pussy jokes, aren't you? Leave it out, you lot. She did have 2 cats, and unfortunately, they both passed away last year. And on her local Facebook community group, somebody had a found cat that they were looking after, and she asked, could she have it? Because they didn't want to, they were just looking after it temporarily. And they made her jump through a lot of hoops to make sure she could afford to look after it properly, vet bills, whatnot. And she got it, and it's coming up to their 1st year anniversary together. So, no, not a dog, just a cat. Any tips on getting the public watch hours, Jason? I'm on 489 of 3,000. I've got some really good tips, Joe, but whether you would want to do them, I don't know. I think slightly differently about my channel than other people do. And I do things that other people don't. And because I renamed and renamed the channel and went with Boaty's World rather than £500 cheap car challenge, it gave me scope to do a lot of other things. So I figured that there were videos that I watched over and over again on YouTube. And I thought, well, if I was watching them on my own channel and other people were watching them too, that would give me a load of watch hours. And when I get monetized, it'll give me a load of income. So I started looking out for videos that I could do things like that with to get my watch hours well and truly up. And so I'll give you an example. I put a video up a couple of days ago of the Go-Go's live in Central Park. Now, that's a video that I watch quite regularly because I enjoy it. So I thought, well, I've got Boaty's Jukebox. I created Boaty's Jukebox as a playlist just so I could do that. So I could put videos up that I know are going to get views. And therefore they'll get shed loads of watch hours and they'll earn me money. So that's what I did, and that would be my tip, Joe. But it's a bit of a cheat, and I would understand why people don't want to do that. But on the other hand, if you find stuff that you can get copyright allowances for, you can do that. So I put a music video up a little while ago, and it's done, God, I can't remember now. I think it's done 7,500 views over the last however long and earned about a tenner. So, and I don't know how many watch hours, but a shed load. The one I've just put up of the Go-Go's in Central Park. Now, the video that I watch it on, that's had over 3 million views. Admittedly, over quite a few years, but still 3 million views. So I've got the same video. I've done a much better thumbnail and a much better description. So it's getting picked up a load better in the searches. So it's getting picked up in searches on YouTube, outside of YouTube, on Google, whatnot. And I'm absolutely convinced that I will get 3 million views on my video, again, over a space of a lot of years, and it'll earn really good money. And that's why I'm doing things. So that would be my tip if you want to cheat and get your watch hours up. I did it with the Chance in a Million videos as well. Again, it's not totally cheating, because with a channel like Boaty's World, with a name like Boaty's World, I can put anything on there if it pertains to me. And I'd spoken on loads of live streams about Chance in a Million. And so it's perfectly reasonable to put the videos up so that people know what I'm talking about on the live streams, and they might watch them and they might enjoy them. And many of you have. But I mean, to give you an idea about monetization and reaching the watch hours and whatnot, I put up series 1 and series 2 of Chance in a Million, individual episodes, right? Took no effort at all. I just did a much better thumbnail and a much better description. And then I just lifted the content and put it up as is. So minimal effort required. But those 12 videos would have got me monetized all on their own. They easily did the watch hours. You know, if you've got 12 videos and they're getting, I don't know, 1, 2, 3,000 views each in a relatively short period of time, and they're 30-minute videos, so that those views translate into massive watch hours, you're sorted, easy. And if you didn't want them on your channel permanently, or you didn't want that kind of thing on the channel permanently, get your watch hours, hit your target, and then just delete them off the channel. But for me, it was a no-brainer. When I started doing it, people said, "Oh, well, what are you putting those up for?" Well, I'm putting them up for money. If you can put a video up that the only effort you've put into it is researching that you can get it up without a copyright claim, why would you not do it? Pick up 1 million views and pick up £1,000 on ad revenue. Why would you not? Made sense to me anyway. Mustard's new video has dropped apparently, and it's time I went so I can catch up with that. Oh, bless you, Simone. Not had a payment since May. Really? But you've got a great... I don't mean to be funny, Simone. That's good. Thanks, Boat. I just ordered those clips for Pinky. 63 quid due. I haven't had a payment since May this year. Bloody hell, Simone. You are a brilliant presenter. And that's not me blowing smoke up your ass. You're really good. You're personable. You should be doing loads better than that. I'm not saying that your existing videos should be doing loads better than that necessarily, but with your skill as a presenter, you should be, and your channel should be doing loads better than that. Maybe take 10 minutes at some point, have a little rethink about what you're doing and the way that you're doing it, and whether you could get a lot more out of eBay. eBay, YouTube, work. Because people a lot worse than you are earning a lot more than you, my lovely. Unknown user says, Morecambe Bay, 5th of February 2004. And I've got no idea what that's about, but I'm going to whiz through these comments and I'm going to bugger off, because I've got so much stuff to do before tomorrow morning. God above, I've got no idea what's going on here. Oh, that's a good shout, cheeseburger. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Right, that's it. I've caught up on comments. Right, listen, guys, I apologize that tonight has just been a bit haphazard and random and rushed and all sorts of rubbish. Just one of those things. Thank you for bearing with. Thank you for watching. I am going to bugger off now and leave you to get on with your rather lovely lives. I mean lives as in your life, your multiple lives, not live streams. Oh dear. And I'm going to bugger off, yeah, because I need to get the daily diary uploaded, get some stuff ready for the morning, get some food, and get to bed at a decent time so I can get up early enough to get minge bag, schlepped over to the yard, hopefully get a remote-ed, hopefully get battered sausage, medium chips, and a large curry sauce and a can of Diet Coke. Do a cheeky lunch video while we do it. The caravan's going to be freezing. Not sure if I've got any gas left or not, but I think there might be some underneath my chair. And that's it. So, thank you so much, everybody. Have yourselves a safe and peaceful night. Take great care of yourselves. And please join me tomorrow. Same time, not same time. Hopefully it'll be the proper time, 11 o'clock. But yeah, do join me for Wednesday Night Live tonight now, because it's now tomorrow. So join me later on tonight at 11 o'clock for Wednesday Night Live with all of the normal splendid and sparkling material from you and all of the normal crap from me. And yeah, that's it. All right, darlings, much love from me. Sorry it's been a bit pants tonight, and see you next time.